Buzzwords smudge the early morn. Budders scud swarming firestorms. Spawner blurring from dawn and mists. Blister thorns storm a stirring. Bludgeon bloodstains run the cud of scuffed up suds running rudders of planes. Propeller blades rain the parades of train tracks, cranes, glass panes. This blood frames the drains, floods the gutters, sputters up plug holes, a mutter of government, scuppering governance, stuttering justice, flustering luster, flutters of power, the rush of glut, the blush of us, us, us. How soon these floods become dust. Cowering proud like towers falling as shrouds torn double, the rubble tumbles and bubbles as clouds, while troubled punters shudder stunned, stumble scarred in the plunder singing, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain's gonna fall. Another conspiracy theory spears fear into the clearings of the weary. Tears bleary eyes in lection kerosene, blends heresies as remedies for the rent debts, the not yets, the relentless regrets as another imminence of Armageddonic threat, frets as sedative through the sediment of sensitive souls. Another media frenzy empties its vengeance into veins of the defenseless, pens in innocence as infants fenced in, rents tension through senses, convinces with plinths of print spelling recession, digression, election, weapons, eastern and western, terror on terror, destruction, dilemma, endemic, pandemic, 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 another stench breath through the breast of the oppressed, as depression sets nests of endless questions, dredges the dejected through friendless trenches, festers fresh another dreg of rejection, presses and tests till sweat drips red and heads bend, till all that's left is death edging ever restless, the great digression of our unrest. Another rape case sparks hate through the skate parks, the after darks, the park gates, inflates insatiable flames as another estate lies defaced under raved up rage, the need for a name, a scapegoat, while blame falls in blades, staining the strains of the gentle, the ever-venting blaze of revenge. Another mother struggles through the rubble of gung-ho, gung games of ganglands, graining the pain as with straining heart discovers the slain was one once pressed to her breast to suckle her blessings, now presses his chest with bloodied mess, the ever-stretching wrench of one too young to end. Behold my son, mum, hold me, son, 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 son. Another home is disowned to the groans of adultery. Another broken abode sown through another emotion. Another cold-shouldered hope, leaving homeless souls to toke on the smoking reproaches of dope dust and hopelessness. The blown-outs, the home-flows, roaming stone-cobbled slopes, nomadic and ghostly, floating frozen and morose through the smouldered bones of this cold-cultured city. Another youngster becomes monster, fostered by the constant onslaught of pressure to posture as top dog, to conquer, to crush. Hiroshima blossom, floss the dross of innocence lost for some glossed up promise of dosh and props. Another wordless dirge worms its blurb through the verses of the urban disturbed, burning berserk and cursed as skirmish churns the nerves and murders self-worth. Another once verdant soul lays scourged as vermin, turning the dirt of skirting boards, the whispers of curtains that stir through these hearses we furnish and burn in. Another hurt is nursed in liquor slurped urns, another yearning coerced to immersion, submergence and bursting, yet still left slurring, I'm thirsty. Another youngling muzzles the rub, lunges to stub out the ever-humming cusses, the tut-tut-tuttings that gut the young, left strung up on the rungs of another numbness, another sunken dream, young minds flustered and tongues tied, the shunned become the sum of the loveless, the shunted dubbed as done for and dusted, as another newborn is born into a time of war, roaring storm warnings before thoughts are given time to form, before legs are given time to crawl, forced to walk through the haunts of mortuaries that pour from the awnings of scorned love and disorder. Remorse assaults the vaults of the thwarted, swarthy-eyed and raw, faces gaunt and thorn-adorned. Another dawn, another days, another babe raised on the taste of failure and displacement, turning to blazed-up veins and vagrancy, wading crazed and naked through lakes of disarray, the cradles they've strayed from, swaying in prayers, praying, save our baby's grace, for they know not mistake. Another novice Adonis dons her promise, rocks blonde locks and cloth stockings, border crosses want and longings, seeks solace in the hovel of brothels where another body is scoffed as soft toffee offal, another sweet nothing plucked from drunk grunts of hussy slut suppers as another womanhood lays hustled and crushed in the smut-stuttered gluttony of lust. The robbed are left demolished and sodden, sobbing for heaven's song to throng. Come, lay thy longings in our horizon. Another latchkey tarries through a backstreet alley, carries sacks of thatch on ramshackled back, the hard-hit facts of lapsed families snapping like whip cracks as another domestic rejection infects the breaths of adolescence, affection expressed through vexed methods of correction, as another belt is felt through the yelps of the helpless, another blitz of liquor spit slits the spirit, rips the bit in the jaw grit of another fist-fixed kid, left gripping the script of bitterness in the picket lines of dimpled infants, insisting that history elicits its twisted mistakes and lifts the victims to justice. Another western sun reflects on the decks of a billboard, flips like floorboards undressed a solar eclipse. Another crucifix sticks to chest, quickens breast, thickens breath, flicks the clefts of death. Into your hands I commend my rest, extends the test of the fatherless. Sun sets, sun says, Daddy, why have you left? While another king quits his kingdom, submits his riches to the derelict. Wisdom is jilted, innocence is pricked by the guilt that filters through the sickness we inflict. Eyelids slit, drip and diminish, ships sink and spirit slips to extinction. Wing clipped and lip sinking, it is finished.